Hello, I'm Tom Gensel, PSBA's Executive Director. I'd like to start this report with a question. Have you ever driven a car that's out of alignment? If you have, you know it's a pretty frustrating experience. You spend a lot of time and effort just trying to go straight. So in some ways, I guess organizations can be a little like cars because they can get out of alignment too. PSBA is pretty typical, I think. We've amended our bylaws and policies over time to respond to various issues that came up, but we never really stood back and looked at the whole structure to make sure that it's what we want it to be, and most importantly, that it's the structure we need to have to implement our pretty ambitious strategic plan. So we've been working on our internal structure. This past year, we spent a lot of time and effort reviewing the regional organization of PSBA. We have 13 regions outside of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. We decided to keep those regions as they are, but to create areas within the regions. These are groupings of school districts where we would hopefully develop better lines of communication, encourage people to participate more actively, define the role of our regional cabinets, which consist of the PSBA liaisons from each school district, and write regional activity plans. And we've done all of that throughout 2009, and we really appreciate the hundreds of volunteers in our organization who participated and helped to make that happen. And now we're moving on to phase 2. We're going to be looking at the statewide governance structure of PSBA. That includes things like the size and the duties of our board of directors and the various committees that we have in place. They've served us very, very well over the years, but the question is, do we need to make any changes, any additions or revisions to help us implement that strategic plan? So during 2010, you'll be seeing a pretty extensive effort led by a committee of PSBA members that will be reviewing our structure in a systematic way throughout the year, and also looking at best practices from other organizations around the country and considering what it is we need to do to make sure we're properly positioned to implement that strategic plan. This is going to be a very wide open process. We're going to invite a lot of member participation and certainly make our very best effort to keep you informed as we go through it. Well, you might say, well, this is nice, but so what? How does it affect me as a local school board member? That's a fair question. The answer, I think, is hopefully it'll affect you a lot, because we want to make sure that PSBA is best positioned to provide the services and the programs to help you do your job well, and for us to be effective advocates on your behalf in the legislature and in the courts. So that's why it's important that this is a wide open effort with a lot of member participation, and we certainly welcome your suggestions. Please feel free to contact us about this governance review or with any ideas you have about PSBA's service to local school boards. I look forward to visiting with you again soon.